Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday night workshop. Katie will be on shortly. We are going to be doing a combination of alcohol inks and other mediums for backgrounds tonight from the book. Which book is it? I think it's this one. Yes, I believe we're in this book by Samantha Sarles. Hi, Maida. Kick me in my shin if you ever see me in real life. Lord, that's terrible. Okay, sorry guys. I'm running like a chicken. I'm just looking for the page. I missed the live earlier. Here we go. Nope, this is the mandalas. Hang on. Nothing like being unprepared, eh? Dun, dun, dun. Thank you for forgiving me, because I'm apparently, I know it, but apparently my brain doesn't care. Here we go, page 112. Hi. Come on in, everyone. There's a lot of people booked for this, so I think we're going to have a full room, which is awesome. And some things that you'll want to gather if you didn't see the description. For alcohol inks, obviously your alcohol ink, you're going to want some 91% isopropyl alcohol, your mask, a nice ventilated room, so open a window, you know, be safe, okay guys? I am also going to be working with, or showing if we have time, the different inks on the rocks for backgrounds like that. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but Brusho or Brusho, these are watercolor crystals, and I'll show you some of that. Now, I'm not a pro with these. I'm still learning, and they are definitely, oh, here's Katie, let me grab her. And they are definitely a learning experience. I don't think they're hard. They're but super messy. And it's the same thing, just a different brand called Color Burst Powder, and I have that in some colors. I know you can see my huge mess here. I also wanted to show you guys some really beautiful rocks that I got from Sweet Lonnie Giroux, and this is her business card. She has wishing stone designs, and here's her information. Giroux.l.44@gmail.com if you want it, .com if you want to email her. And she's on Facebook also. She's in our group, and she's usually on the lives. Anyways, aren't these gorgeous? These are her bug me's. Look at these. She used the color changing. Hi, I see you. Cute Katie Pie. I'm just showing them Lonnie's rocks while you're getting in.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot my pickle beer.
No worries. Goodness, you can't forget pickle beer. So I just love these bug me's. Thank you, Miss Lonnie. And don't forget, you guys, if you have a business that is art related, definitely get Katie that information so we can spotlight you during the lives and say thank you, and she'll make a post and you'll get some love.
My comments aren't working.
No. Pooh. No. I don't like that.
I know. I think I'm going to back out and come back in.
Okay. I'll hang. We'll hang. We got lots to talk about. Okay. Sorry. Can you guys hear me? Sometimes when she leaves, I lose sound. Can you hear me? Hi, Matt. Yep. Joyce can hear me. Carol. Hi, Carol. Maida can hear me. Thank you for letting me know. Pam, yes. Yay. Okay, so we still got sound. All right. Another thing you guys saw in the 5 that I put in the shop today are sold out, but there will be 12 added tomorrow of the Mother's Day gouache paints. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on, oh, there we go. See the holographic glitters in there. Anyways, these are 6 colors that we're releasing in 3 different formulas. You get your choice of formulas. You can buy them in the regular watercolor half pans, available next week. Gouaches are available sort of now, tomorrow. I have to release them that way because I can't keep up with the orders. Anyways, is this Katie? Yep, there she is. Beautiful, beautiful colors. I'm turning them over so you can see the colors. They separate, you guys, and this is totally normal. I don't know if you guys have ever seen when you make your paint when it's drying, how the top gets a layer of the binder up there. Oh, it didn't bring her on. Uh-oh, Katie, try again. Anyways, all you have to do is shake, 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 tap, 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 shake, shake. You're going to want to do that for a good minute, okay? You got to really, really shake them to remix the gouache. It's mainly just like that on micas, on the metallics, because it's a very fine particle. On the oxides, those stay blended, so, or very little separation on the oxides. Sometimes you get a little bit, but there she is. We'll see if she gets comments this time.
Hello.
Hello. Hopefully, let's hope. Keep your fingers crossed, everyone.
Yay! So far, so good.
Yay.
Hello. So I got an awesome little gift in the mail from Miss
Oh,
Kathy Spitz. As soon as I saw her post this, I was like, "Yee! I love it!"
so cute.
And I just
I
had to
like that
tell
purple
you.
pony, but
Yes.
yeah.
So it's a new item on my desk, and my new tea turtle, thanks to Wanda.
Me what? Oh, hey,
My tea
yay.
turtle.
Yes,
So
it
when I'm
turns.
happy, this is what it looks like. And when I'm not happy and I'm mad, this is what it looks like.
I've seen both this week, so don't take her off.
But today I
I
feel
love this.
happy.
Yes. Hey, do you happen to have your little seahorse rock handy?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. I just love this little seahorse, you guys. You got to see it. It's another Lonnie Giroux rock. I am looking for my shimmer out. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. Yes. This is that special shimmer rainbow. So pretty. So guys, I'm excited. I am not proficient in alcohol inks or any of this kind of thing. I just, wing it. So, what color is that? It's supposed to be brown? I think so. Oh, yeah, brown. It works.
I don't
I'm
think it made it
shaking
in
it.
my box, Wanda.
Uh-oh. I thought I dropped it in the bottom of the blue box, but maybe it's in your purse. I probably might have accidentally. It's okay. No worries. We got it. All right. So we are, I think I'll grab the book.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm not going to be really following the book that much tonight. I mean, just because
Okay.
I don't have the little dauber thing, I just kind of do it
Yeah,
myself.
I gotcha.
But most of the stuff we're going to be doing tonight is going to be parts of that book. We're going to do, and like I said, it's redundant, so you don't really have to necessarily follow anything in the book, but The alcohol ink
Okay.
is going to be like in a rainbow, because they all seemed in a rainbow. The
Yeah.
colored pencils were in a rainbow, so everything's kind of going to be that way. You don't have to do a rainbow. You can do other colors.
It's
So,
funny. She must have knew us, huh? We love rainbows.
yeah,
Yup, yup, yup.
let me
All right.
organize my rocks here.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember how we did these. On a tissue or was it? Oh, you used the paper. That's right. I
So,
think I'm going to use a paper plate.
okay. I'm going to be doing a alcohol ink on a chalk painted stone and on a Santorini. Inktense is going to be also on a chalk painted rock and a Santorini. And then I was asked about the gel pens or gel sticks. So I'm going to do gel sticks on one of the Santorinis. And then if we do the Brusho, I have that too. Also, I think they were wanting to see a watercolor. So I have lots of options here, and I have
Yeah.
like several rocks here. So we can try whatever y'all want to try
Yay.
that we have.
Nice. Right on. All right. I am at your disposal. I'm following you. I'm follow the leader.
Let me get out my alcohol inks here since that's where we're going to start.
I put my alcohol in a squeeze bottle. This is a large one, but it's nice to have them like in a little bottle
Yeah.
or a spray bottle. Oop, I forgot my water. I'll be right back.
This is my alcohol. It's in a old that stuff that you put in the dishwasher for air drying or whatever. That's what I put my alcohol in. But anyways, I have alcohol and I have alcohol blending solution.
Me too, but I have one that we don't recommend, so do not mind mine, okay? This one just doesn't work well.
Yeah, I have it too, but
Yeah, so
I don't use it.
I don't have the other one.
This
I
one
have a
works
little of it, but
okay.
it's not. Yeah, I don't have that one either, dang it.
Yeah, jet dry, Amy, that's right. This one works okay, but this is by far my best thing to use, my favorite thing to use. So I need to pick
Cool.
out some colors here of the alcohol ink. Let's see. And I have a cheap brand. These are Decorom or Decorom or something. I don't know how to say that, but they're pretty good for being cheap.
I actually prefer these over the Ranger ones that I have. They're more vivid.
Well, and I have some what brand is that? I don't they're not here in this basket, but Pinata.
Yeah.
They're so dark and so
Yeah.
it's hard to work with those Pinata ones. So I have a
Yeah.
cherry red and I have the yellow is one of my favorites, lemon yellow. And then I need a good green.
Yeah, that's where I get lost here is finding the good green because there's like four greens and I don't remember which one is good.
I think I'm going to go light and do a kiwi green
Kiwi, this guy.
because the
Okay.
clover is kind of blue.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what other colors do we want? Orange?
Peach, for sure, peach. I love this color. It says peach, but it's like a bright neon pink almost.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Or fuchsia, yeah.
Yeah, peach.
I don't see, oh, cherry, red cherry, right?
Yeah, I pulled out cherry.
Okay, cool.
And
I
then,
might have too many colors.
yeah, but that's okay.
Better, less is better, but I can't, you know me. I'm like, put it all, just like Lori says. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah, they're not true to color like what they say, but they're still awesome. So I
Yeah.
got to grab some gloves. I forgot gloves.
Okay. Got my rainbow set up.
Oh my
I know.
goodness, that's like way too many colors.
I know. But this way I can pick, you know.
Lori, do it all.
I know, I'm right there. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, yep, yep. Oh,
Okay.
we need white, right? White?
Um, yeah, if it
No.
gets too dark, you're going to want to use white.
Okay. And you know, I noticed I have like two kinds of white.
Yeah, you don't
One is
want the deeper white. You want the other one.
okay, the smoking white or sinking white, smoking white. It's smoking.
I haven't used these in so long that I need to kind of shake them.
I know. Mine are all settled at the bottom. All right, balls. Shake,
Okay.
shake, shake.
So, what I like to do, and you don't have to do it this way, this is purely the way that I like to do it. If I can open this bottle. See, my
Which
hands
bottle?
don't want to work tonight.
Is it a color?
No, it's my alcohol blending
Oh,
solution.
okay.
Ah, I got it.
Hi, Terry and Amy,
Hi, Amy.
Lydia, Pam, Bonita.
Welcome, welcome, everybody.
Ah. Oh, yeah, I guess open would be good, right?
So I'm going to
Sorry, I
make
told them.
orange with yellow and red instead of
Okay.
pulling out an orange.
Oh, wow. Some of mine aren't even open.
Oh, they need to have a hole poked in them, don't they?
Yeah, or the top cut. Yep. I think I cut the tops on all these other ones, so they're like gonna squirt everywhere, or, you know, because I didn't know what to do when I got them.
Okay, so I like to start with the alcohol blending solution, and I like to get the rock all damp with it. And then I just start dropping some paint.
Ink.
Ink, sorry.
No worries. So you just kind of dribble it
Yeah, just dribble
anywhere.
it.
You want to be careful of the color where they touch, I think,
Right.
maybe.
Yes. Yes. So,
Okay, I just want to show you the difference in this blender solution, like the one that she has. See how vivid hers stayed? Look at mine.
yeah.
That's the difference in the solution. It's no bueno. So I'm going to change. I'm not going to use that at all. I'm going to change to just pure alcohol.
In which you can definitely do. This starts drying, you just add a little more. Add a little more blue over here.
There's
Now
that peach.
green.
Isn't that amazing? The peach.
Now, on a chalk painted rock, it's going to um sort of dry out and not look very vibrant, but when you reseal it, it's gonna brighten it back up again. So don't be bummed if it dries and it starts looking dull like this. It'll come back to life. Now you want to use a brush that you're not going to want to use for anything else besides alcohol ink. And if you get a little spot like this, it's real easy to take care of. You just let me get a little dilly whopper here. Hi,
See that right
Jennifer.
there? You don't want green and pink together because that makes brown.
Get a little well of your solution or alcohol, either way. And we'll just break that line up.
I kind of like the lines, you know,
Yeah.
but I think it's just preference.
Another option is you can do the white. And it breaks that up. The white is great for spots that get dark. So if you have a spot that turns black or brown, use your white. The more white you use, the more it breaks it up. So like, see, that's real dark right there. So you take a little bit of white and it lightens it up. And that's pretty much how you do alcohol ink. Yeah, you can definitely use gold. Where is my gold? I don't know what happened to my gold.
Oh, good question. I don't know where mine is either. Did we use them for something?
I don't know, because my gold's not in here.
Mine's not either. That's why I'm thinking, did we use it for something? I have
Weird.
gold.
Let me look in a different drawer. Maybe I stuck it in another drawer.
You know what? I found it. It was very separated though, so maybe it doesn't look gold. Mine looked kind of dark.
Huh. No, it's not in my container. But then I have something cool here. Too.
I am so not good at this. This is not my thing.
Some little sparkles.
Oh yeah.
Because we're the sparkle queens.
I never opened that either. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. You guys don't even look at this.
Right? What do you mean you're not doing good? It's awesome.
Look at that
The sparkles
sparkle.
is the marabou
Yeah, it's the
rainbow.
rainbow. Yeah.
So that's pretty much on a, oh my goodness, out of my way, bottle. On a chalk painted rock.
Pretty. And then when you resin it, it comes back to bright.
Yeah. Now I'm going to grab a Santorini real quick and show you what it does on a Santorini.
I'm going to use some of that gold and like drag it down my other one.
This is one of my favorite combinations. But I don't really do alcohol ink too much anymore. It's fun, but for me, it's kind of a pain in the butt because you have to do so much work on it. I do a lot of writing on my rocks, and you have to do so much work on it to keep it from bleeding through the.
Oh, the pen, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't do a whole lot of alcohol ink, and yeah, you can spray alcohol ink on this, and it'll make it move around, or it'll get like this splashy look on it. I don't have my alcohol ink in a spray bottle right now. I don't think I have one. Do you have one to try, Wanda?
In a spray bottle?
Some alcohol in a spray bottle?
Oh, yeah, I have it right here. What do
Yeah,
I
I
do?
don't have any in a spray bottle.
What do I
Just,
do? I just,
just spray it on the rock to show the look that it gives.
oh, okay, on the one I just did? Okay. So do I hold it close or back?
I guess just like, I don't know, a few inches away, and just do a quick little spray over it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, look, it's already getting mottled.
Yeah. So it gives it like a whole different look.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Look at that. That completely fixed it.
Yeah, I like this. I don't want to mess with it now because that'll be a
That's
great,
gorgeous.
great background. So you saw the little bit of a difference on the Santorini. It works awesome. It's amazing. Um, on the chalk painted rocks, you have to do a little more work, but it still works and it
Mm-hmm.
still looks cool.
Sweet. So I'm going to show you guys. Is it okay if I go with the Brusho now?
Sure.
Are you still doing alcohols?
Well, does anybody have any questions about the alcohol ink before we move
Oh,
on to
yeah.
the next one?
Sorry. I was
You're a little
excited.
excited tonight, huh?
Sorry. Sorry. Don't let me rush you. Sorry, guys. Let's talk about the alcohol inks. So what should we look out for? Like, what are some disasters that we can avoid?
Well, the biggest disaster is turning your rock black or brown, I think, in my opinion, but also it bleeding. So if I was going to just write on this, just spraying it alone is probably not going to help. What I do, which is a little more involved, but it's because I I found that it works. On my alcohol ink rocks, I spray and then I Mod Podge, let it dry really good, and then I spray again. And then I put whatever I'm going to put on it. Now, if you're using a vinyl decal, or I'm not sure about a tattoo, I don't know if it'll bleed into the tattoo or not. Wanda, have you done a white tattoo on alcohol ink?
Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. It was in a tutorial we did. We actually did, I believe, was it black or gold ones right on the sprayed. It was sprayed, but yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I would spray it if you're going to do any kind of writing or any kind of white anything on it. I would spray it. Now, if you're putting a black silhouette, no, you don't have to spray it. Go on and put your silhouette on there.
Cool.
Okay, Mida says it will not bleed into the tattoo. So
Cool. Thank you.
there's my 2 alcohol ink rocks
Oh my
dried.
gosh, those are gorgeous.
And we'll come back at the end
You're the
and
queen.
put something on them. Yours is beautiful too. I like all the pastels that you got. And then the gold.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
I didn't want pastels. I wanted bright, but it is pretty. It's so Eastery. It worked out for Easter.
Totally.
Totally.
You
Okay,
can use a brush with alcohol ink. You can put the color in the thing. Like, let me show you. Let me get one of these colors out. I'll get the pinata since it's so dark.
that's how I like using them, is with a brush. I can control it. And I actually did that. I put the tattoo on first, and then you paint the tattoo with the alcohol inks. It's so cool.
So I put some of that in there. Um, the pinata magenta. And I got one of my other Santorinis that I had. That's the Marabou Rainbow, Phyllis.
Oh, yeah, the shimmer.
And then I'm going to get, let me get an old brush that I don't care about. Here we go. If you need it to be more controlled, you can use a brush just like that.
I love it. That's peach, huh? Oh, no, that's the magenta.
This is the magenta, but I'm kind of going through and showing you
So cool.
the difference. See
Yeah.
how it's like almost purple here and as you go
Yeah.
out. But it does go a lot
Nice.
further than that other one, as you notice.
Yeah.
So I guess the deep dark works too in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be more controlled doing it that way.
Beautiful.
And
How would Tammy has a question. She says, "How would you get the starburst effect?"
the starburst effect.
I don't know what that is myself, but
Yes, you can reactivate the paints in the palette. In fact, I used to just keep a palette like this and just let it dry, and then I would reactivate it each time I used it till it was empty.
yeah. Yep.
So starburst, I'm trying to
I
figure
think
out
if
a,
you like hold it up and drop it on it, it might give it that, like hold it way up and then do a drip. Oh, we can't see. Ooh, that's cool. That's how you could do a tie-dye, man, I'll bet, huh?
let me get my yellow out and try to drop in the middle of it.
Oh, like the one on your pink and yellow rock. Did you miss that, Tammy? The Look at that. It's like tie-dye going on over there. That's so cool. The splatters.
Yeah?
Yeah, that is way cool. So I guess she was talking about like the one on your other rock. How did you get that? But you can when we're done here, I'll post this as soon as it's finished and you can rewind, fast forward at that time. So cool. That looks awesome. I love that. Just spreads out. Oh, that's cool.
It's fun to play with and to try
Yeah.
different things. It's not my choice of mediums, but if you like it and you have fun with it, then hey, go for it.
There's always a time for, to grab your other mediums. Like there'll be a specific project that you want to do and only that will work, You can
Right.
always
Totally.
like, yeah.
I basically jacked it up, but just messing with it.
You should drop some of that. No, I like it. I think when it dries, it'll have that like striped.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It's a
But I,
very pretty color.
but I was just fooling with it. I wasn't.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. There, that's what I was trying to say a minute ago. That, look at how pretty.
let's add some sparkle.
Gosh, that's so cool how it just gorgeous. Look at the difference between her white chalk painted rock and the Santorini. It's
Yeah.
so cool, the different effects you can get. I love that. And I like them equally, like the Santorini's more like it's vivid, but yet it's soft edges, and then the one on the chalk rock I love the hard edges. I know a lot of people don't like those, but I love that look.
Yes, you need to use a mask with the inks.
Here, I'll take mine.
Especially anytime you're using alcohol, this amount of alcohol, you definitely want to use a mask. I don't have a mask on right this moment because of the
Yeah.
video, but
It's
I
best
do
to
wear a
use
mask when I do a lot of inks.
it's best to use your respirator, but if you don't have it, make sure you have the good mask.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I meant when I said mask was a respirator. Sorry.
No worries. I know.
Okay.
Cool.
Are we done with alcohol ink?
I think so. Do you guys have any questions?
Oh, no, alcohol inks are not for outdoors at all.
Yeah.
Even if you have, this is another reason why I don't care for alcohol inks. Even if you have it by a window, if there's any sunlight at all coming in the window, it wants to fade.
Yeah. Watercolors
So,
are kind of that way too. Yeah. But
but
mine are better than I don't know why. I think it's because I use pure pigment and don't dilute it.
yeah, I have noticed that with yours about the fading outside and also with foil. The rocks
Yeah.
that I have outside that have been foiled, they don't seem to be fading hardly at all.
Yay.
So, that's something to
Yeah.
keep in mind. Hi, Jody.
Also, if you seal your foiled parts or your rocks, if they're small rocks, if you can seal them with a nail polish top coat with a built-in UV protector, the stuff that keeps your nails from turning yellow, that will actually help your rocks not to fade. It's built for keeping nail polish vibrant. So, protecting
No,
it from the sun.
if you just put resin, Phyllis, it still fades really bad, like really quick, like in a day.
Yeah. Especially like the yellow will be almost invisible
Yep.
instantly.
This is
Yep.
more for
Yep.
inside stuff. It's not meant for outside
Yeah.
unless you do like the resin that's meant for UV rays, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And not all alcohol inks are created equal. This Brie Reese I hate. I do not like that brand at all. Um, I like this Decorum, and I have some Ranger and I have some Pinata, but like I don't even really do alcohol ink that much anymore. So, hi Lorraine, sorry you're feeling bad.
It is totally fun and we're not knocking it. It's
Yeah,
it's just we went through I think we all go through like not fads, but like we'll move in this direction and do one thing for a while and then we always come full circle and then we have our time with it again. So
yeah, yeah. It has its place. It has its places, like you said.
Yeah.
Because, it's going to be hard to get this look with anything else.
Cycles, Jennifer. Thank you. That's the word, cycles.
So I'm going to put these inks away.
Okay. So, hey guys, I have found a new fun thing. You're like, no, 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 no. Don't show me. Don't show me. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you anyways. This is called, I've heard it pronounced two different ways, Brusho or Brusho. And these are watercolor crystals, right? As if watercolor could come any other form. I will find it, hunt it down, and figure it out. So there's also this other brand that I found. It's called Color Burst, and I have yet to try these, so we'll try them tonight and see what they look like. This is really fun, you guys. It's like a magic in a little bottle. So they come in these little pots like this, and they're like sealed really, really well. Don't open it. Okay. Take my word for it. Don't open it. Katie's has nice labels on the top of hers. I never got that set. They sent me the wrong set. So anyways,
So I'm
I
supposed
got
to
this
poke
one.
the hole in the top of this?
Yes, let me show you. So what you're going to do is you're going to get some push pins, okay? And you're going to take those and they go through nice and easy. Just push it right through the top, just like that. Makes it easy too to pick them up out of the box. And believe it or not, that little tiny hole is more than enough. And this thing is stock full, so these are going to last you a dang lifetime. A dang lifetime. Now, I have to start off with the coolest color that I found in the whole thing because it completely blew my mind. And you guys are not going to believe that, okay, this is black. This is the color black. Okay? So now you get to see what colors make up the color black. So literally, you just sprinkle a little bit on. You can barely see it, right? Then you take water in a spray bottle, make sure it's water, and you spritz it. Now look at all these colors that are in black. Can you see all those different colors? There's purple, orange, blue. It's so cool, right? You can also drop it into the water. Now I'm going to show you when you mix them all together, it's black. And so these were created for photography, actually, to color photographs, to paint, color in the old photos. Restoration, photo restoration. Anyways, so you mix and match the colors that you need. Is that not the coolest thing ever? Not that I wanted black, but I had to show you guys how awesome that is. So it is totally fun to play around with, but let's see what we can do here. So we'll look at the different colors. Okay, here's a yellow. And let's see, we'll do a yellow and an emerald green over here and see what these look like. Ooh, fun. This one is turquoise. Oh, look at Katie's rock. Holy cow, girl, you are so good.
Well, I just did it. I mean,
That's gorgeous. And I've noticed that you can go overboard with these super fast. So if you see something you like, stop. You know what I mean? Same thing with alcohol ink. It gets out of control. That's it. Now I gotta have some scarlet. This is like the red scarlet color. See, now I ruined it. I went too far.
Yeah, it kind of looked like
Fireworks.
fireworks at first, but it's kind of run together now.
Okay. So, let's see. You got to let that dry real good. And we'll check on that later to see what they look like when they're dry. Let's try the other brand. I know Katie doesn't have the other brand, but
Yeah, I don't.
sorry.
I don't have black either.
Hang on, I'm looking for a little rock.
Hi, Sabrina. We're using Brusho, or we were using Brusho. Wanda's already onto something else.
No, it's the watercolor crystals, but it's
A different brand.
the color burst, right? Yeah. So I'm just gonna try to do a little rainbow here and see what happens. So I'm gonna drop a little bit of each color. There's the red. I've never tried this before, so orange. Yeah, oop, that was a lot came out. Okay, these come in a bottle like this and they squirt out, so careful not to squirt it. Hang on, let me move some of this powder. Okay, yellow. So you really literally don't want to squeeze, just kind of shake a little. Green. Blue. Purple. All right, here goes. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? It's magic. I love it. Yes. Oh, I love that. Good idea with the straw. I'm
Well,
gonna
I just
try
messed
some.
mine up doing that, though.
Uh-oh.
Because it's kind of just gone solid now.
Ah.
Oh, well.
It looks good though. I really think it does.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that, these are watercolors, so we could use, like you would the alcohol ink, use the watercolors to break it up, like a gold or a silver or a
Yeah.
water-based
Excuse
ink.
me. You can mix it up in a palette, too.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Let me grab my palette. Oh, I don't have a clean one. Where is it?
And then you can paint with it.
Yep. So there are, they come in a pack of 12 or 6, 12, or 24. So you can pick the colors that best suit you. Let's look at turquoise. And they're super pigmented. Like, look at how how much color is in that.
Yeah. I agree.
That was turquoise. We saw the black, so I'm not going to do that one. This is the purple. And these are the Brusho. What color is that one you did, Katie?
This one,
Yeah.
Alizarin Crimson.
Alizarin crimson.
I
I don't
totally
know.
slaughtered that name.
I only know that because our friendly tree painter said it all the time. What's his name?
Tree painter? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Look at this. Look at that in there.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, Bob Ross. The emerald green is so cool. Look, it comes out. See the orange in there? Can you see the orange? It's so cool. Oh, very pretty.
Oh yeah, I can see the yellow powder in the green.
Mm-hmm. The black one still trips me out. It's oh, so many colors. Let's look at leaf green. There's another green here. Ooh, leaf green. Look at leaf green. See, like, that is so cool, you guys. Look at it.
Oh
Yes.
wow.
So leaf green is like a grassier green color. Pretty. And we saw scarlet. Let's look at orange. Ooh, it does such cool things.
Hi, Deborah.
Hey, Lonnie. That's it. You got it right. Brusho. Brusho. Exactly. And I'm going to look at lemon. I think there might be a little of this emerald or something in here, but we'll see what.
I did sunburst and sea green.
Oh, so pretty. Oh, I must have had something in my brush. That's not good. Ew, yuck.
And then
Don't
this is
mind
just
that
orange.
color. I like that yours has the samples on the top of the lid.
Yeah. I just did both sides of my rock because I was playing. The other side dried, so I was like, okay, I'm turning this one over.
I'm going to grab the purple from the color burst because I want to see what it looks like. Oops. Whoa, talk about some color. No kidding. It looks like the color burst might be like more vivid,
That's what it looks like.
but there's only those colors. There's just the 6. But you can mix, you know. Let's take a peek and see. Yeah, it's dry. So actually, I'm going to we'll swatch out the color burst.
This is Brusho, Deborah. It's watercolor crystals. And it's basically all the powders that makes the color mixed in one. and you can sprinkle it out on your rock, or you can put it in a palette and brush it on.
Yeah.
Basically, that's that part. But these are all just things you can use. That's to get your same effects.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go out and buy all this stuff. We're just showing you
No.
different ways.
Yeah, please don't do that.
To get your looks. So the next thing I want to show is Inktense pencils.
Yay.
Which are not quite watercolor pencils. They're more, they have ink in them rather than watercolor. So let's see, I'm going to get Deep Violet.
Those are awesome. These pencils are so cool, you guys.
Fuchsia. What color is this? Nope, I don't want that yellow. That's the yellow I want. Cadmium yellow. Grab an orange. And then the turquoise. Is this turquoise? Aquamarine. Okay. So I have a little bit of watercolor splash on here, but that's okay. There's different ways you can use an Inktense. You can use a brush, wet the brush, wet the tip of your pen or your Inktense pencil, and then apply it like that. You can draw it on some parchment paper, add some water to it, and put it on like that.
I like that.
You can just lightly scribble on your color. Not real heavy, just light, because if you do it too heavy, it's hard to get all those colors. And then if you go to seal and you don't spray it first, you're going to pull up some of that color that you didn't get. So there's basically a couple of different ways there you can do an Inktense pencil.
I like those so much. I wish I could find I have the watercolor kind of version of the pencils, the King Art. I couldn't find them though. They're lost somewhere.
I'll find them for you.
Yay. So I'm just going to watch while Katie's doing these, but they're so cool. I don't know if do you have the zoom in feature or anything?
I can just go in.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I want to see.
The Inktense are color fast, so they're going to last out in the sun a whole lot longer. In fact, I have a rock that I've been testing. It's been out since November of last year, and the orange, which is this orange right here that I'm fixing to wet, is still as bright as it was the day I put it out there.
Oh, that is so cool.
So
I don't know if you have any of mine out there that are the pencil, the King Art. I don't know.
no, I don't have those.
I have one in my house, like midway down my walkway that I did last year, the owl with the King Art pencils. And my hallway gets pretty bright with sunlight because I have windows all through the whole
Oh,
house.
that one's amazing.
And that's with pencils, yeah.
Sorry, I had some
That's
watercolor drops here a while ago, so that's what you're seeing pop through right there.
from the Brusho.
Yeah,
It is so cool. It's amazing how those little tiny holes explode. Look at all this color on the plate. I didn't even put it there, you know?
yeah.
So cool. Oh, you guys watch this. You're going to be so surprised. So cool. It does look tight, except for I didn't want this to run all the way down there. Shame on it. Get back up there. But I put too much water.
This is my favorite way to use these. I just feel like I get a better coverage.
Yeah. I like that lake on fire, Jane. Thank you. Yes. Katie, that is so gorgeous.
Thanks.
Like a sunset. Like you turn it over, like the sun will be setting into the water, you know?
Yeah, all my favorite colors.
Yes. Gorgeous.
What do you have on your rock, Wanda?
Oh, this is the color burst, actually. I think I like them better than the Brusho. As far as the color, you know, they're way more vivid. But the Brusho has a lot more colors, and these are all one color. The Brusho has like different colors sprinkled in each color, you know, and that's just fun. It's like a surprise every time you use it. So they both have their place in my heart, but these are way vivid, very vivid. Yeah, they just came in this box, so it's not like it was that. This is what it looks like right here. Color Burst Powder Brights. And they're not kidding. It's those colors. Like literally. Night, Lydia.
Good night.
Should we sing it?
Good
Good night,
night, sweetheart.
sweetheart. Well, it's
It's
time
time to go. Do
to
do
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 do do.
do do do. I hate to leave you, but I
I
really
really
must.
must say,
Good night, sweetheart.
sweetheart,
Good night.
good night.
Hi, Deb.
I'm doing
Lisa, thank you.
a chalk painted rock with the Inktense to show you the difference.
I love that though. That pastel, so so cool.
I had some blue mixed in my brush, so I'm doing a better rinse.
I just gotta say, I love my napkin. I want to keep it. No, Katie, I won't keep it. I promise.
That's
She's like,
better.
no. And this is the Brusho, or the color napkin. That's too funny.
We're losing people early tonight.
Oh no. Come back, guys, come back. I'm going to be using inks in just a little bit. If you're holding out for that. We don't want to overlap too much because then it gets confusing. So.
I'm almost done with this one. I was
No,
just
no, totally take your time. I think that it's worth the wait. This is way too beautiful to rush.
doing like one on chalk paint and one on Santorini just to show the difference.
Those are so beautiful, and they're gonna make great, like, what are you gonna put on them? Like mandalas or?
I don't know yet, but I'm gonna let these sit off and dry with the other dry rocks, and you can go. Unless anyone has any questions about Inktense. Good
Any
night,
questions
Kathy.
about Inktense or pencils? Aw, Pam, thank you. All right, I don't see. Patchwork. Yeah. Once the Inktense dries, you can't move the color around anymore. It's permanent.
Right.
Yeah.
No, the Inktense is not the same as a watercolor pencil. Inktense is an ink, and then watercolor is a watercolor. So Inktense, once it dries good, if it you'll have a hard time bringing it back up off the rock. Now, sometimes there's spots that you don't get, which I can tell you right here, that have some color in it. You'll get the color to come up some right there. But once it's like solid, it's hard to bring the color back up. It pretty much is stuck on. Yes, you can go and put stuff on top of Inktense, no problem. I got my pencil case on Amazon.
Sorry, I'm spanking the ink. Spanking the ink.
Well, I know you
it
like to
sounds
spank things.
funny. I know it sounds funny, but I like it, honey, when you spank me. Well, you guys watched that video like 5,000 times, so thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm actually going to be showing, these are Dollar Rounding Neon Set. Oh, that one's not, sorry. That's their turquoise color. That's so beautiful. But anyway, sorry, that's not the neon. This one is. It's these 6 colors of their neon inks. And I believe they're just pink, orange, green. Oh.
So these are going to be comparable to Inktense, right?
Yeah, they're water-based ink, so yep. All right, so I'm just actually gonna we're gonna keep in line with the rainbow that we talked about earlier. So we're going to rainbow format today. So this is the red color of neon. And these are seriously vivid. So let me grab a bigger brush.
Which one are you using?
Dollar Rounding. Oh, the
No,
color?
but the color?
It's the red rouge. It's called Rouge Fluorescent Red. I know. It doesn't look the same on the camera. It looks very dull. That's crazy. These are so bright. And they fluoresce so nice. Oh, that sucks that you can't see this. Like this is lit up. These are a transparent ink, so you could see through them, if that makes sense. Okay, so we'll move in, go to the pink rose.
Ooh.
I love the dropper, so I just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There's so much in these bottles, like, I don't know. I've never finished a bottle of ink either. And the orange.
Joanne finally made it.
Hi, Amanda and Sonia and Joanne. I think I'm just going to
But
let them run together.
you should
Yeah.
start seeing a like thing here. We're using all these different things, but getting close to the same look. So,
Yeah.
um, you don't have to go out and buy all this stuff because you can get
Right.
these effects using many different things.
This is the yellow.
We do not condone breaking into cars.
No, 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 no. What are we talking about right now?
Hi, Susan.
Why are we talking about breaking into cars?
Joanne said something about breaking into a car.
Oh.
And we have a new person to the group that came in on the spanking thing, so there's
Oh.
that.
Oh, please. Come on. We're not that kind of group. We're PG-13. We spank. We talk funny stuff. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's all in jest.
It's
We
water,
spank and
Carol.
stomp our feet.
These are inks. They're used with water.
Yeah, I'm using water.
Yes, we talk about pickles.
Oh, speaking of pickles, Katie. Okay, I gotta show you guys something, but do not judge me. Don't judge my mess. Katie,
Woohoo! Pickle chips!
I got you a case.
Yay! No, I'm using the same thing as Wanda, but mine are in little bottles because she gave me some of hers. So I didn't have to go out and buy them.
No, Maida. That's what we
Maida,
don't
we
want you guys
said you
to
don't have
do.
to buy it.
That's okay. I mean, if you have to have it, I get it. But guys, you don't have to have it all. You know, unless it's from my store, then you have. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't ever do that. Don't do that. I'm just playing with you guys.
We're just having to throw everything into one show because all the stuff is so redundant.
Yeah. I'm sopping up some color here that obviously I put way too much on there, but I love that look.
Some of these don't want to shake up.
Yeah, I know. It's the ball that I put in there. They rusted. I didn't check that, when I put them in there. But yeah, if you guys are going to put the balls in your, the little like BBs, just check to make sure they're like not they're not rusty kind. That's my bad. Didn't even think about it. And so, but I love those. Yours are like way vivid compared to mine. I don't know what I did over here. Maybe mine are just not shaking up well either, because I didn't shake the bottles good.
And is
But
Diane Icarella still on? Diane, if you're still on, this is probably your best bet next to alcohol inks.
oh yeah,
If
yeah.
you're wanting to get an alcohol ink look.
Are those the neon inks you're using?
Um, Not this one. This one says,
Okay.
oh, fluorescent blue, yes. Sorry.
Holy crud, mine does not look like that. And you got it from my bottle.
Yeah.
Whoa. Is it the difference in our cameras, maybe? I don't know. Hmm. That is gorgeous.
Yes, Diane, the inks, I think, are your answer to being close to um
Yeah.
alcohol ink. Because you don't have to
Yeah.
use alcohol with them.
You guys, these are the neons that they have some amazing regular ink colors, like Katie's using right now. The purple, that's not neon. That's not neon. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do a sunset, but somehow it came out that way.
Yeah, and it's like on the lake. It's so gorgeous. Like you could just go swimming right up there to the sunset. That is so beautiful. Oh, let me bring this back. Sorry. There's mine.
Well, Diane,
Oh,
get to
goodness.
playing.
Yes, play it up, girlfriend.
This is you totally right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't used these in a long time, but also watercolor pens, which last year you guys will remember I was like on a total watercolor pen kick. Everything was Chromatech. And so they're probably dried out, who knows, but I'm just going to show you really quick that you can use them um, with water too. Like,
They don't come back up very good, though. They're pretty permanent.
mine moves around. I swear I don't know. Do I have another set of neons somewhere?
Mine are
Maybe I
not
gave you
moving.
some. Hmm. Is your
That one
rock
is.
treated with something?
That one is. No,
Hmm.
I just pulled it straight from the rack.
Okay. I changed my mind about that color. I want to go red.
Now it looks like I have waves.
I like it. I'm going to be using water on these in just a minute in the spray bottle and see what we get. You can use these, you know, with a water brush, which they come with water brushes when you buy them. I'm using Chromatech watercolor pens. Ooh, Katie, I love that.
Yeah, I just took some of the color out trying to make it look like foam.
That is so good. I love that. Oh God, I love that so much. What are you gonna do with that rock?
I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm doing here because I haven't really used these inks much.
Well, I think you're like totally doing awesome with it. What's that? White paint?
White. I was
So
trying to lighten up that harsh line right there.
yes.
You're using 2 pens at one time?
I was, yeah. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. That's hilarious.
I was like, yes, I was my very first set of watercolor pens was Arteza, and I do love them. I do. Um, I just found that they ran out really fast. So,
Okay. I'm done with these. I'll have to play with those more though.
they're cool, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So someone was asking me about gelatos. I
Yeah.
have something that's kind of like gelatos. Got another rock. Everything's getting murky here.
Yeah, when we decided to go for it, we going. We doing
Joanne,
it
we'll have to
all.
do links later. I'm not sure what happened to Lori, but
I think she's here.
we'll have to do links later on for everything.
I'm pretty sure she posted links, or she's doing a general post too. I know she grabbed them before the lives, though. Oh,
These are kind of dusty. Haven't used them in a while. So these are just a gel. These are by King Art. They're gel sticks. They're water soluble. They will fade in the sun. I used them for faces mostly, but you can play around with them and try different things with them. They're a real soft, smooth kind of blend because they're a gel stick.
So cool. They look like lipstick. Like I want to.
Yeah, they do. It feels like lipstick going on. But like I said, they work awesome for faces. So if you like doing faces, that pink is real. This is the King Art brand, keep in mind. So the Marabou is better. I like the Marabou. But I don't have good colors in the Marabou. I have face colors. So like if you're doing a face, let's say here's the face. You get a real nice soft skin color. And then you can go in with this darker color for shadowing and see what a beautiful blend that is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gorgeous.
definitely what you want to do if you do a lot of face work, these are awesome for it. They said you had 13 colors on your rock.
Oh yeah, tons. I couldn't stop. Sorry. It's Wanda. I mean, you know.
And then I'll do an even darker color. Oh, this one's not even open. Oh. Let me get the darker color from the King Art. I do use the King Art for faces, but that's pretty much all I use it for, y'all. It's for my faces. I don't really use it for anything else, but it just blends so nicely into other colors.
Oh, I love that.
So if you have a darker skin tone that you're working with,
Allison, I agree. Yes. The yoga girl pose on that, or any yoga person pose. I might feel a tattoo coming on.
I don't think I have anything else to show besides unless you want to use your watercolor on one rock.
Well, I mean I can, but I think that you guys have that. We just did that, didn't we? When we did the mandalas last week, or
Yeah.
yeah. So that'd be redundant too, but I can. Let's look at our dried rocks.
This one out of the way.
I love this watercolor crystal stuff. Here's the holy moly, how many did you get done? I'm like all slow poke over here.
This is my least favorite.
Do you think it'll get deeper when you put the resin on it?
I don't know. This is the Inktense.
Oh, okay. I thought that was alcohol ink.
This is
Okay.
alcohol ink up here.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
alcohol ink. These are both Inktense.
Okay.
This is inks, and this is Brusho.
Here's my other one. I was like, I'm missing the ink. Is my
It's not
ink
dry.
Yeah, no, it's wet. Wet.
And I had previously done this on a video that I haven't put anything on, and this is the sparkle neons.
Those are my sparkle neons?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're beautiful. Sorry.
It's like a unicorn.
I'm so biased.
It's a unicorn on a rock.
Oops, I put my hand right in my paint. Hello. So
This
I
thing is
don't
a
know
hot mess.
when I sprayed water on this and then blended it out, and then when you let it dry, you can do your back or do your art on top of it. So are we doing anything on top of these, or are we?
Yeah, I had put vinyl tattoos, rub-ons,
Okay.
whatever you want to try, but I don't know. I just had a paper with my rub-ons on it, and I'm not finding it.
If we use tattoos, we're gonna need to spray our rock first, because everything we used is water activated, except for the alcohol ink. But still, I think it needs to have, I don't know. But anything you use watercolor or water activated products, you need to seal it before you put anything on it. So this one, and this one, I'm going to go spray real quick.
This was Inktense, so I don't have to put anything on that. So I'm gonna bust out one of my Dollar Tree rub-on transfers here. This is kind of some of the stuff we're going to be doing in mixed media coming up. If anybody saw my video earlier today, we're going to be starting a new book, and it's going to be a lot of mixed media. So these kind of things from Dollar Tree, the rub-ons, are definitely something you want to get. And I really like this whole piece right here. I think I'm going to try to... I think I'm going to... fit. I don't think the joy is going to fit. Darn it. Put it into the jar. I'm still going to make this work. No gel pens, no Posca pens on any of this before spraying. Only because the Posca pens will get gunked up. You could on Inktense, but I wouldn't take a chance. You don't want to ruin your pens.
Did you guys hear that big crash?
No?
Look.
Aww. I'm sorry.
I broke it. Oh well. Santorini's break. I'm back. Sorry. I dropped it. My bad. My bad. I think I'm going to do a stamp. I don't know what I did with them, Katie.
What?
You remember the stamps I showed you the other day, the new ones that I got?
It's in the carts under the table.
That's where I'm looking. I don't see them.
I mean, that's where they were. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to spray Inktense because I don't think this is gonna come off on the Inktense.
It's not. What do you mean? Which one is it?
The rub off.
Oh, it's not coming off on there?
Mm-mm.
You got
It
to
is
use something hard. You
a
have to use.
little. I
You
did.
have to. Oh. Do you have like a popsicle stick or something you could really get down there and munch it? Congratulations, Amanda.
What I
She
miss?
she has a new addition to the family.
Oh, yay!
It's a little girl. I think that's what I just read. So I'm using some stamps, or yeah, they're like, stamps. Sorry. I'm not good at this, so just bear with me here.
Okay, this does work. You just gotta scrape the heck out of it. I feel like this is what I have to do when we're doing foil. This is a rub-on transfer from Dollar Tree. And I just kind of cut out what I wanted from the card. Ah.
Sorry, guys, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm trying to be productive with a stamp. Yeah. Okay, so this is like, a stamp you stick on the plate. They're like a peel, whatever those
There we
are.
go.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. And then some stays on ink.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
If I can make up my mind. Oh, crud. Well, yeah, if you don't do like me. Yeah, see, I don't know how to do this right. Oh, God. It's okay. Let's see. I have this thing I probably should use. Yeah. Because rocks aren't level, right? It's going to be all messed up. Why won't it do that? That's so
I don't
weird.
know.
There must be a dip in the rock right there, huh? All right, well, this is totally messed up, but now I'm determined to get it to go on there. Yeah, there's got to be a low spot in the rock. Okay.
Yeah, stamps are never a good, have never been good for me.
Okay, well, that proved to be a disaster. Pooh! And that's permanent ink, so that ain't coming off. So, one rock down. Look, this is an easier kind of one. Okay, guys, wish me luck because it has to work. Yay!
Aww.
Thank you. Thank goodness. I was upset. Darn it. I want a flower.
I wonder if I have a flower in my stamps.
Well, that was a letdown, huh, with the stamps?
I'm looking at what stamps I have. Give me just a second.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. I'll do the rock again. No worries. Never is a Santorini trash. It'll get a base coat and done over again for sure.
I have a bunny one here, but I don't think it'll work on this rounded rock.
I got a little bitty dragonfly I want to put on there. Oh, please. Oh, please. Kinda. If I wouldn't have dropped it, I quit. Come to class prepared, y'all. Don't be me. Don't be Wanda. I have all these cool things, like, so I got to make these work somehow, somewhere, some when. I have the Tim Holtz, but stamping book thing. That that's a pretty cool thing, but it doesn't work on rocks.
I guess it helps if my stuff isn't dusty.
Oh, look at that pocket. How cute.
Thrift store.
Night, Susan. Don't use the block. Oh, duh. Gosh, sometimes I'm not very brilliant. Well, I guess that makes sense, right? You wouldn't want to use the block on a curved surface. Hello, McFly. That's awesome, Katie.
Friends are like pockets. You can never have too many.
Oh my gosh. All right, I got one.
I'll have to kind of touch up my pocket or something. I don't know. This one kind of smeared. See, I'm telling you, I'm terrible at these stamps. Stamping it up is not my thing. But rub-ons, I seem to have good luck with rubbing it on.
But you like that. Remember, you like to rub the paint everywhere.
Yeah. I
All
can't
right,
find
I'm
my
taking your.
tattoos. I don't know where my tattoos are.
Uh-oh.
Nighty night.
I'm being very careful. So if it messes up, it's just totally my fault. Did it work?
Yeah.
Kind of. Can't read it though. Friendship isn't a big thing. It's a million little things.
Aw.
I know.
Yeah, my stamps smear too. I think I'm too shaky.
Yep, I noticed that tonight. You gotta not be shaky. That's what happened here. My dragonfly. But you guys are so awesome hanging out with me and us while I completely fumble. Thank you for having
Did we
faith. Yeah.
did we have anything else we wanted to try besides the
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we pretty much exhausted the background sitch. What do you think?
what about the tattoo? Did you do a tattoo yet?
No. I I don't think that it's going to be dry enough even with the spray on. Like, do you have one you could do a tattoo on?
Um um.
You know what? I could put one on the
This
other one
one?
that I messed up on.
No, that's no.
Wait,
Oh,
let me check
vinyl. I
my.
do have vinyl. Good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks. Obviously, my brain is not working. Oh, here's the words I was looking for.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what? I don't, hold on just a second.
Okay. I have some humongous tattoos.
You do?
Yes. They're like half sleeves. They're huge. Look at these big old bad. Look at this tattoo.
Let me get some transfer tape.
See this tattoo?
Whoa. That's intense.
These are huge, 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 huge tattoos.
on, little dot. There we go.
A bit of work,
This
but
is an
this is.
older Wanda rock.
Oh yeah, that was with the King's Art, wasn't it? Pencils.
Probably.
Yeah. I have a vinyl here. I'm going to use it on this one. And this is from Five Below. They have like a vinyl sticker section. That's really cool. You want to be careful when you're pulling them up because they do tear so easy. Oh no, I thought it would fit. Oh my gosh, seriously, Wanda?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to cut off some part of it. I should have figured that out. Fire me, you guys. I can't lead no more.
You're not fired.
Whatever. I think I was looking at just the turtle, not the words, you know? Silly me. All right, see, it's fixable. Totally fixable, right? No, you got to fit on here, turtle. Okay, so he's going to be hanging off the sides. And the color's not really great, but not the best. But you could always use it as a guide and then do paint over it. Total mess. Maybe save the turtles. This way I could put.
This was my bunny stamp that didn't work, so yeah. I have a couple rocks that I think I'll go back and maybe color in the pocket or something.
Oh, that'd
And
be cute.
then I'll seal the alcohol ink rocks and then put something on top of those, maybe a quote.
I like that. Plan a life you love. So cute. I love the rub-on too.
This
That
one, I
is
love it.
awesome.
I might
Yes.
not be able to get rid of that for a
It's
while.
so cool. Pretty damn cool, huh?
Yep.
So this transfer, obviously, I would have preferred it to been darker, but I just cut the words and made them fit where I wanted them. And then you would resin over it, over the top of this. And UV resin is best on these kinds of things, believe it or not, because the quicker, the better.
Well, hopefully y'all learned something tonight and your brains
I
aren't
did.
blown up.
Mine are. My brains are blowed up, but I learned something. I learned I suck at stamps.
Oh, me too. I think the stamps are just meant for scrapbooking. I just haven't. Where I don't mind doing the stamping is when I'm doing like mixed media and you kind of want your stamp to sort of not be perfect.
Yeah.
That's when it works. But when you want it to be perfect, it hardly ever is.
Yeah. Teresa wants to know what else can you use to seal if you're allergic to resin?
Um, you can spray your work with Rust-Oleum matte spray first and then use DuraClear.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think there's a Liquitex Basics that a lot of people like. I'm not sure. It's a varnish. Any kind of like varnish.
Yeah.
Yes, Joanne, yes. I use my paint palette as my Cricut
Yeah.
thing.
We do what we must, because that's how we roll. Thank you,
Yeah.
Katie, so much for leading such an awesome workshop. I really, really enjoy these workshop Wednesdays.
Oh, Jennifer has a good idea.
Thank
She
you, thank
says to
you.
stamp
Oh,
it on thin tissue paper or deli paper and then decoupage it on. The paper virtually disappears.
oh my goodness, you're too smart. Kiss your brain.
Maybe Jennifer should be doing a workshop.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Maybe.
Was that Jennifer White?
Yes.
Oh, Jennifer White, we got a proposal for you, darling. We're going to be talking to you soon. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. Happy Wednesday. We'll see you Friday for the fairy house, the mushroom fairy
Mushroom.
house. Yeah, so cool. All right, bring your smiles. Good night.
Night, everyone.